A huge rush of devotees witnessed Lalla Surya Tilak in Ayodhya's Ram Mandir on the occasion of Ram Navami. The Ram temple doors were opened for pilgrims from all across the world at 3:30 a.m. After the whole of 5 centuries, a very special ritual took place in Ayodhya. The Lalla witnessed the Surya Tilak, also known as the Surya Abhishek, wherein the sun rays illuminated the deity's forehead. Lord Ram from the Ishvaku clan is believed to be the descendant of the sun god Suryavanshi, which is why it is recognized as a very auspicious occasion. Prime Minister Modi, who was in Assam at the time, watched the Surya Tilak ceremony on his tablet and shared a very heartwarming and emotional message on this momentous occasion. He hoped for the Surya Tilak to bring energy into everyone's life and to inspire the nation to scale new heights of glory and success. Viewers, over 3 months have passed now since the consecration of the Ram Mandir on the 22nd of January. We witnessed the auspicious Surya Tilak on Ram Navami, and all this, of course, has gone unnoticed. The political bigwigs of the Congress have still not paid their visit to the Ram Mandir. Why are Congress leaders not being able to visit the Mandir? What is the reason that, in fact, stops them from doing something which perhaps is a part of everyone's culture in this country, regardless of your religion, your caste or your color? We'll talk about this with our guests, Mr. Vishwas Pathak, BJP spokesperson, with us on the program, Mr. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, also joining us on the show, Advocate Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst, with us on the program as well. Last but not the least, Mr. Akil Khan, political analyst, joins me in the studio as well. Welcome, everyone. Advocate Mishra, I'll begin with you. Very simple question, as was in my opening monologue. What is the problem? Why not visit the Ayodhya temple? Are we in fact conflating religion with our political beliefs? And if so, is that the right way to go about it, considering that the Congress party has suffered a number of jolts as a result of not supporting the admonishment, the rebuke, the critique that has come from South India at times for Sanatan Dharma? Advocate Mishra, that's for you.
I don't think how it is important and critical to debate that why the Congress leaders has not visited the Ram.
Oh, we'll do that. We'll do it anyways, sir. We'll do it anyways.
So let me speak. And what inference we are trying to draw here as far as the politics of the country is concerned. See, visiting a temple, worshipping a god, is the matter of your internal faith.
Fair enough.
It is not made for the mass, and it is not made for the mass or market consumptions. And anybody who try to do it to you as a political tool is basically not only violating the constitutional spirit of the nation, but
so
also
you think Advocate Mishra not visiting?
Well.
So Advocate Mishra, do you think not visiting is also not exploiting a political tool?
No, that's the point I'm telling. See, I visit a particular temple or not, when I choose to visit a temple or not, it's my individual decision. And it is a matter of my faith, which is internal to me. There should not be any political angle to it that why I am not visiting a particular temple or why I am not a very religious person, or why don't I'm not a person who is full of trappings of religions, etc., because it is all a matter of my internal choice, my internal faith, and my relationship with my God. It should not be a matter of political debate, unless we mean that if someone is visiting a temple, then only he is a good leader, then only he is a good man, or drawing an inference that anybody who does not visit a temple is not becoming of a leader, or is not a right man to participate in the election, or now not a right man to rule the country. I fail to understand this narrative that if it is a Ram Navami, then why the Congress leader has not visited the Ram temple. Now, what's the inference we are trying to do it, and how we know whether the Congress leaders are worshipping for Ram in their home, in their own temple, or visiting the temple where they want to visit?
Okay,
That
I
is
get
a
your point. You've
personal
made your point.
choice,
All
and
right,
it
all right.
cannot be a
You made your
matter of
point. Let
political
me let me
debate.
let me get a response from Mr. Vishwas Pathak on what you've said. Mr. Pathak, Advocate Mishra is absolutely right. Whom you worship, when you worship, is your own discretion. It's your own prerogative. Does it merit that we politicize any kind of a visitation by the opposition to the Ram Mandir? Do you see any merit in that?
Of course, there is a merit in that. As far as our constitution is concerned, constitution bestows this kind of liberty and freedom to all the citizens of India. So I am fully with it. However, as far as Congress is concerned, Congress is not a one person. Congress also got following. So nobody is going and nobody is allowed to go for last 3 months. Then what does it mean? So I'll tell you, Congress always exploited and made Ram Janmabhoomi as an issue for their own benefit. They always created a fear in the minds of Muslims that if Ram temple is built up, there will be hue and cry in this country. But what has happened on 22nd January, when this huge and beautiful temple has been constructed, nothing has happened. When Muslims have supported it. See, if Congress wanted to have this mandir in place, it could have happened much before. Before independence, Congress was always at the forefront. They could have negotiated with the British people. They did not do that. At the time of separation also, they could have negotiated that Ram temple is a matter of our pride, and therefore it cannot be a matter subject to court. And even if it is matter of subject to court, why they did not pursue as a government? They always wanted to delay and use this fear psychosis. And the moment this mandir is now in place, temple is in place, they have lost everything. They don't have face to show. And still they want to show that Muslims they want to woo Muslims for political reason. They always use this as a vote bank. And that is the reason they are not going. It's not a question of self-belief and all that thing. Same Rahul Gandhi would wear Janeva and go to other temples. Sometimes he'll go to mosque, sometimes he'll go to church. He goes for what? Purely when elections come, he does it. As far as BJP is concerned, we have a very consistent stand. We have mentioned in our manifesto also that there will be a Ram temple. So whether we were in opposition or in government, we had a consistent stand and we ensured that huge Ram temple through process of law is there in place.
Okay, let me get a response from Mr. Khan. Mr. Khan, how do you weigh in on this? Do you think it's a problem that Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge have not visited the Ram temple in Ayodhya? People from the Aam Aadmi Party have. Do you think that is, in a way, sending a message?
Vineet, first of all, I would like to say that we have been attending Ram Leela for many years. Means I would like to say my personal experience when I was a student. Ram Leela, we are organizing. Means we were the volunteers during whole Ram Leela functions, and then there was a very good environment, very good relationship between Hindus and Muslims. And there, I am from a Hoshangabad place where very big ghats are there. I have never seen anywhere in India such a big ghats. And there was so good relationship. Maryada Purushottam, we used to name him. The Bhagwan Ram, we used to name him Maryada Purushottam. But I have never seen any BJP persons is using this name. They have changed Shri Ram. Shia Ram was the original name. I have been seeing many people, they were greeting my grandfather, Shia Ram, Jai Shia Ram, and all this kind of very good relation was created through this Shia Ram and Maryada Purushottam. This is not being talked by our Prime Minister or BJP. They are showing that Ram Mandir was established by them, and then only then Ram has come to the existence of in India. What is this? You see, thousands of years, our cultural, our heritage, our all those relationship between Hindus and Muslims are being developed over the years on the basis of our religious harmony. And this religious harmony is being destroyed and tremendously destroyed by BJP and Modi ji. They want that Ram Mandir, Bhagwan Ram is ours, not yours. So that is the reason the environment has been created by BJP that Ram is ours, you come and then you will worship us. What is this kind of approach? What is this kind of making this human cry for that? Everybody in our country respect Ram because he is being taken as Maryada Purushottam. But I am not seeing any Maryada being followed by BJP or Modi ji. They just want to win the election by hook or crook, by Sam Dam Dandabhed. So this is not the democracy which is being destroyed by BJP, and up to some extent they have destroyed it. They just want to win the election and they don't want anything. They don't have any kind of respect to Maryada Purushottam. They don't have any respect to the social fabric. They don't have respect to the people's welfare. People are dying of hunger. More than 22 crores people are sleeping hungry in our country, and 142 is our per capita income. What is this fifth economy? I am very much tired of listening to fifth economy. If you have replaced England from that position, then according to the population, you should have more than $60 trillion economy, then only you can come at par with England. What is this fifth economy? You are 140 crore people, the highest population in the world, and you are just diverting attention for the real problems of the country just to win the election.
Fair enough.
This is a I don't
Fair
agree
enough.
with this
You've
kind
made your
of
point.
approach
Let's
by
get a
BJP.
response to what Mr. Khan has said. Sumit, would you like to respond that this is a diversionary tactic? It is not really important. Ram existed before the Ram Mandir came in Ayodhya. This is not something which political parties need to be addressing at this point in time.
Vigni, thank you very much for having me on your show. सबसे पहले सबको राम राम, आपको भी राम राम, because it is Ram Navami today and it has come after a special Ram Navami after 500 years. Give me a minute more today because I have to reply to a lot of things. First of all, you see, Bhagwan Sri Ram is in his place after 500 years. 135 years the case was in courts, and after in due course of law, the Bhagwan Ram has got his place. Now, Surya Abhishek or a Ram Tilak was in which the Honorable Prime Minister washed in a chopper and his shoes were off. That is the respect you have. We all watched it, right, by the way. Now, here the tyranny is that when it's Eid, when it's any other festival, we will see Congress leaders tweeting. Has Rahul Gandhi tweeted Happy Ram Navami? Have the tall Congress leaders tweeted at this Happy Ram Navami? You did not go to Ayodhya because you say, Bhai, Bhajpa ka, you know, it was a Bhajpa ka utsav. But who was for Bhajpa there? Our Yogi Adityanath ji, CM of UP and Prime Minister. He is the Prime Minister himself. Like, who else from these two was from Bhajpa there? Was any cabinet minister there? Was the state president there? Any other karyakartas? There was nobody except two leaders who hold the constitution post. Now after that, 3 months have gone by. An ordinary person like me, I also went to Ayodhya because out of my love and respect for Bhagwan Sri Ram. Now, if you look at after 3 months have gone by, still is that BJP Utsav still going on? Is that BJP Utsav still stopping you from going there? Why didn't you go for 3 months? Question number one. Okay, you can choose I didn't go because I don't want to go. If you don't want to go, then let me remind you, Mr. Congress and Mr. Gandhi Parivar, you said in an affidavit in the court, Bhagwan Sri Ram Kalpanik Patra hai. You put 25 lawyers and you said in the Supreme Court, kindly don't give the Ram Mandir decision because that will impact the elections. You on record then again went and said, bhai, hame Ram Mandir ka nyota nahi mila. So here on affidavit you are saying Bhagwan Sri Ram Kalpanik Patra hai. Then you are putting 25 lawyers ki bhai isko delay kar do. Then you are saying hame nyota nahi mila. Chalo bhaiya, ab to nyote ki zarurat nahi hai. Now for 3 months, 4 months it's open. What stops you from going there? Now if you say my religion is my personal matter, I don't want to get into it, I don't want to talk into it. Now what is that? Court pe chene कुर्ते पे रुद्राक्ष की माला, त्रिपुंड माथे पे इतना बड़ा तिलक, दत्तात्रेय कोल कश्मीरी पंडित ब्राह्मण. मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूं? एक है राहुल गांधी जी, उनकी बात कर रहा हूं. When he goes temple hopping before Gujarat, he sees 36 temples, 52 temples. While on the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Jodo Yatra, he stops by the way, says I'm doing Rudra Abhishek. Now, why is he, if he's a Hindu then and a devout Hindu and a Kashmiri Pandit Brahmin, which he claims to be, then what stops that Kashmiri Pandit Hindu Brahmin and going to a Ram temple? Why he is not going to the Ram temple? What is political in it? Because Ram to sabki aastha ka kendra hai. Bhagwan Ram is Maryada Purushottam. Everybody worships Bhagwan Ram. What stops the tallest leader of Congress from going there? You know how many leaders from Congress have been sacked beneath because they wanted to go to Ayodhya? They are on record. I'm not casting aspersions. So this is the whole story of the Congress hypocrisy, what they're calling. What stopped them from I tweet karne se kisne roka tha? A one-line tweet could have done. You don't even want to do that. So here that talks about your political vendetta. What did you talk in your manifesto? We will get the right to minorities. We will get the right of wearing to minorities. We'll restore the minorities into India. Where is the minority problem in India? There's no minority problems in India. The Muslim population has grown. Look at the Hindu population in Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. It is almost diminished. It talks of the hypocrisy. Now, what Mr. Khan said about the fifth largest economy, we need, yes, by per capita income, we are not very high. China is not very high either because the populations are big. But I'll name you 3 countries and tell me which one of them is a superpower. Number 1 country, there's a country called Qatar. Huh? There's a teeny mini island called Qatar, $320 billion of GDP. Singapore and Brunei, they have the highest per capita income in the world. Show me one data, one record in which you can even call them a superpower. Does per capita income determine you as a superpower? Or is it a purchase power parity? Is that nuclear triad? How many of them are nuclear triads? How many of them have $640 billion of foreign exchange? How many of them have the 3rd most powerful air force in the world? How many of them have the 4th largest army in the world? How many of them are growing at $7.8 billion? How many of them have a per capita, PPP of $14.7 trillion. How many of them have 800 million youth? How many of them are nuclear tried? How many of them have aircraft carriers, LCH, LCA? And how many of them have one of the biggest banking system in the world? And how many of them have a fintech which is about $7 trillion? I can go on and go on giving the data. Per capita income is a bucket in a sea. You cannot pull the bucket and say, this is how the sea water looks. No, it's not exactly that. So if you want to compete with per capita income, we have
Mr. Khan wants to respond to you quickly. Mr. Khan wants to respond to you quickly. Let's hear him out, and I'm gonna come back right to you. Then we go to Advocate Mishra.
All those top countries in the world, which you say that they are the developed country, they are superpowers. They are under 25. First 25, they have got the per capita income under first 1 to 25. India is 142 position. And you are saying there is nothing. There is no use of per capita income. My friend, this is the only thing in the throughout the world.
This is not the only thing, Mr.
That
Khan.
per capita income indication of your poverty, your well-being, your income, your hungerness.
Okay, once again. Sumit, let him finish his point. Sumit, 1 second. Sumit, 1 second. Let him finish. I'm coming right back to you. Sumit, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Sumit, let him finish.
Our countries developing are developed. India has become underdeveloped country. Underdeveloping.
1 second.
Under the
1 second.
president, Prime Ministership of Modi ji and BJP in the last 10 years.
Okay, right. We can't hear either of you.
Developing
Mr.
countries
Khan,
to underdeveloping countries.
Mr. Khan, we can't hear you. We can't hear Sumit Peer. Sumit.
Have you lost all your senses?
Okay, all right. Let's not get dramatic, Sumit. Let's not like you. Sumit, all right. Sumit, let's not get melodramatic here. Sumit, 1 second. Let's not get melodramatic over here. All right. Okay. You have to make your point. You have to make your point. Raise your argument. Don't raise your voice. Let me get a response from Advocate Mishra and also on what's going on. Advocate Mishra, was the consecration ceremony not attended by certain leaders because they deemed it, quote unquote, as a BJP event?
Yes.
Why is that? There were not too many leaders from the Bharatiya Janata Party there as is.
Don't you believe, Vineet, that the consecration ceremony was made a political event hosted by the Bharatiya Janata Party and completely focused on the Prime Minister, who basically has no significant role to play in the entire history of the Ram Temple dispute and then the ultimate construction of the Ram Temple. Let me ask the one question. That in the entire history, in the sense of when we talk about the issue as a religious or political issue, it started from 1949, and from that date only, all the 4 significant stepping stones which has happened in the history of the construction of Ram Temple has been done under the leadership of the Congress party. Whether it is in 1949, the Congress leader started this movement, then in 1980, it is the Rajiv Gandhi government which placed the ideal there. Then in the Narasimha Rao government, the chain was broken. So when you look at it, all the important stepping stones in the construction of Ram Temple has been done under the governance of the Congress party, and the BJP and particularly the Prime Minister has no significant role or contribution in the construction of the Ram Temple, except that he tried to hog the entire limelight by putting everybody else, including the religious leaders, our Shankaracharyas, the people who should be in the focus in any religious ceremony, in any consecration of that temple. They were all put in the background, and the entire focus was only on one person who tried to take all the political
let's get a response from
mileage
Mr.
out of
Pathak
it.
on this. Mr. Pathak, how do you respond to that? That this was focused on the Prime Minister, and that is the reason why the Congress party decided to boycott it.
The Prime Minister is always head of the state. In case Rahul Gandhi, assuming, would have been the Prime Minister, she would have led that function. So he was head of the state. As far as BJP is concerned, our policy was very consistent. We always wanted to have a Ram Temple in place in a very big way, in legitimate way, and that through process of law. We wanted Article 370 to be removed. We wanted equality amongst all. We wanted Antyodaya to be implemented. And today, if we look at it, after 10 years of power, 10 years in power, we have given all sorts of minimum benefits to all the people across the country who are underprivileged people, like toilets for all, electricity for all, gas cylinders for all, then water for all. So our vote bank, I can say, is who? A beneficiary. We are benefiting people all across, irrespective of caste and religion. And that is how we had committed, and we're fulfilling that.
Okay, Mr.
So
Khan wants to respond to you.
also-
Mr. Khan wants to respond to you, and then we go to Sumit Peer. Mr. Khan, quickly, sir, we have run out of time.
Sir, if you have listened to our Vitt Mantri, Finance Minister, she has categorically told that this is not a free which is being given in Delhi. This is connected with your solar energy. And for the solar energy, if you want to establish, you have to spend a lot of money. Personally, government is giving some concession, but you have to spend first money for your installation of solar system. Then only you will be able to get this electricity free. That is a very big program. It will take, I think, years together. Now, what you are telling about that per capita income has no role to play, and there is a lot of things you have talked about that BJP is doing this. They have just promised earlier also for the 2 crore job per year, and then they have promised for so many things. You said cylinder, you see 400 rupees was the cylinder cost when BJP came to power. Now it is above 900 rupees. So what is your performance? You are not discussing your performance. You are making false promises, which is not, which you yourself has not fulfilled over the last 10 years. Our Prime Minister is not discussing what is your performance. That is what is required to be discussed when you are going to election in 2024. Okay, you are not discussing those things. You have not fulfilled the promise. 90% of your promise have not been fulfilled, sir.
All right. Let Sumit P respond to what you've just said. Sumit, we close with you. Go ahead.
I'll just put up one point. IMF, World Bank, all the rating agencies, and the Global Economic Forum, all of them seem to have gone crazy. एक कहानी सुनिए ना आपने, दुनिया पागल है या फिर मैं दीवाना. I think they are all divanas. They have lost the sense when they are giving us the GDP. They are giving us a PPP. $640 billion of foreign reserve from $200 billion is a fake, right? Vinith, it doesn't really exist, right? $300 billion of export to around $1 trillion export is again a fake. $1.8 trillion of GDP to $4.1 trillion is again a Modi ji's created manifestation. Exporting medicine to 200 countries is fake. ISRO launching the maximum number of satellites in the world is again a canard which you have created, right? And which you also helped me in. And then, number 4 in hydrocarbons is again a fake. We are controlling 40% of the food basket of the world is again a fake, right? Our economy is growing at a 7.3 to 7.8% is again a fake. Modi ji has been able to maintain an international rating of 69% across 10 years, which is highest in the world, is again a fake. Our infant mortality rate has really, is numbers are really gone up, is again a fake. We are surplus in the food grains, is again a fake. We have made a aircraft carrier is a fake. We have made a LCH is a fake. We have made a LCH is a LCA is a fake. We have tested dozens of missiles is a fake. We have our nuclear triad. That is again a fake. That is what I created yesterday night when I got a dream. So when you start hallucinating in broad daylight and talking about all the crappy things, they might look good on a TV debate, but look at the poll of polls. Average BJP is getting 333 seats, and the average NDA is getting 386 seats. Poll of polls, all the polls average. Now, if you think 1.4 billion people of this country are insane, they have gone crazy, and they are swayed by the lies of Prime Minister Modi, I think there is something which is wrong with you. You cannot say that 1.4 billion people have gone wrong, have gone crazy, and the 7 billion people of the world have equally gone crazy across nationalities, across the caste, creed, religion, and all divide. And all the numbers of the world are fake. All the economic surveys, and $640 billion is basically, I have printed them in my home and kept them in the RBI and we're saying about $640 billion. Vineet, if we live in this Lalla's land, I think we are not having a productive discussion. If we want to have a discussion, we have to talk on productive points. Modi magic works. Modi has delivered. That is the reason why Modi ji is being elected again and again and again. और आपकी बार भी 400 पार याद रखिएगा भाई.
All right.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.